Freebandz, TFHMG.
It's a hood rich takeover.
Yeah, man, you know what it is. The kid, Young Tone checking in. Freeband gang, Tone Fly representing. Kicking it with a daily pursuit, man. You know my homegirl Smile. DJ, you know what it is. Yeah.
On me, ayy, she all 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 on me, yeah, she all on me, cut them bands all on me, plug them fans all on me, they got their hands all on me, yeah, she all on me, 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 yeah, she all on me.
You know what I'm saying? If you just now tuning in, you know what it is. Kid, Young Tone. It's all about getting used to my face today. You know, Freebandz, Tone Fly, TFHMG. You know what the moves. I was going down the list of features. I was going down the list of productions. Let me get to the features though, because a lot of people don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I rock with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? And I go in with the best of them. This mixtape right here, I had a lot of energy with working with it. You know what I'm saying? I put in a lot of work. I started on it about 4 or 5 months ago, going in just recording heavy. You know what I'm saying? Specifically for this mixtape, going in around the subject of Get Used to My Face. And Get Used to My Face was basically a statement. You know what I'm saying? It was a statement that I used, a phrase that I wanted to coin. You know what I'm saying? Because when coming in this game, when you from Atlanta, you automatically get stereotyped. You automatically get stereotyped. So I wanted to make sure that I made a statement and get used to my face with what I chose. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, whether or not you know the music, whether or not you know anything else, you're gonna know, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna know this face. This face is gonna be, you know, household. You know what I'm saying? You can put it on anything and it's just sell. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a brand name. So that's what I was aiming for. And I feel like we captured that on the first mixtape. We used My Face Part 1. We had No Cuffing on there. We had Let's Go Up on there. We had Top Me Off. And we had a few other songs, but y'all seen the response to all those songs. The singles did crazy numbers. You know what I'm saying? Jigga said the best. Me and like we a lot of numbers don't, and we did hella numbers. We almost at 1 million plays on No Cuffing right now. Crazy iTunes sales. We've been on the road over a year now. So it's just been crazy all around, man. And with this part 2, we looking to double whatever we did with part 1. You know, so extra salute to DJ Pretty Boy Tank, extra salute to Fly Guy. I got features with Young Thug, got features with my brother Bandit Game Marco, Big Bro Futures on the tape. Young Dro did a feature on there, Jose Guapo, Jacquees Issa. I work with a lot of people, man. I work with a lot of the talented young people too, you know what I'm saying? Because it's about 4 of us right now that's running Atlanta as far as the young niggas go. And, you know, they on the tape with me, so I really ain't got to speak those names. But I'm giving the people what they want, man. So 7 o'clock is going down. That's what it is.
Listen, girl, let me tell you something. I ain't tryna be your man or nothing. Baby, we just forget.
Get Used to My Face 1. My focus when recording it, when I went in with it, it was more based around trying to make a hit song. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to make something catchy. I was trying to make, you know what I'm saying, Atlanta music. Get Used to My Face Part 2. The bars are crazier. The beat selection is different. You know what I'm saying? And it's less gimmicky. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's just real. It's more real music on the mixtape. You know what I'm saying? It's more well-rounded music more than anything. So that's the big difference between 2 and 1.
The fuck me only, you can do the whole crew. I know what I told you. I ain't with that lie shit. Damn, she a freak. Anything that she trying it.
The whole mixtape is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Front to back, it's a skip-free mixtape. You feel what I'm saying? So it's really up to the personal preference of the fan. Whatever mood they're in, whatever their type of music is, you know what I'm saying? That's really what it depends on. So it's like if you in that mindset that you really, you know what I'm saying, you want to be with your boo, you kicking it in the bedroom, we got music for that. If you're trying to take it to the club, we got music for that. If you're trying to have some inspirational, motivational music, we got music for that. So my top 3, I would say, is I Got 'Em, featuring Young Thug and Bandit Game Marco. Oh man, it's kind of tough. Things You Do is doing crazy numbers right now, period. So, you know, me and Marco, we've been working crazy in the studio anyway. You know what I'm saying? The fans, the chemistry that we got is just crazy. So all of that we got, and then probably the eyeballer we're throwing there is Hands Around You. That's one that me and Issa and Marco got as a bedroom song. So that's my top 3, man. Process. I go in the studio, man. I record so much. It's really no process other than, you know, me just hearing the beat, feeling the beat, and figuring out how I want to approach the beat. You know what I'm saying? It's really no major process other than me just getting in the booth and doing what I do. I just go in, you know what I'm saying? I like beats that I can feel. When I can feel the beat, it makes the process so much easier.
Oh, say no more. Say no more. You ain't got my check. Say no more. Say no more.
DJ Fly Guy, aka the plug.
What do I hope that I'm blessed in the situation I'm in right now, man. You know what I'm saying? I really couldn't ask for more, man. I don't think, like, a lot of people don't understand the position that I'm in as an artist right now. Like, I got homeboys that's in the game, you know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of other independent artists, a lot of people that's grinding in the game, but they're not receiving half of the benefits that I'm getting as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Get Used to My Face Part 1 put me in a whole nother realm than most independent artists. Like, I literally have been on the road over a year right now. Like, to this day, you can go back a year before this, and you can go back more before that, and I've been on the road, paid shows over a year. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, you know what I'm saying, like, not to expose any other rappers, but I don't have a 9 to 5. You feel what I'm saying? I don't work a job. I don't, you know what I'm saying? This is how I eat, and I eat well. You know what I'm saying? So it's, you know, it's crazy. The lifestyle is crazy. Patience. I've gained a lot of patience. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that this game teaches you. Is to have patience, because everything isn't overnight, you know what I'm saying? And the things that you try to get from your music, whether it's, you know, residuals, whether it's feedback or anything like that, nothing is overnight, you know what I'm saying? So it's a real grind, and the grind is real, and, you know, patience is one of the main things that I gained a lot of over this. I don't have 3 wishes, man. You know, if I had to decide, you know what I'm saying, and make up a wish, you know what I'm saying, the main one is just for the people to get the music. You know what I'm saying? It's not for the people to love it or anything like that, because I'm very confident when I do. So all I want them to have it is to have it and listen to it. Once they listen to it, you know, I got that glue factor, you know what I'm saying? They listen to it and they're gonna stick to it, they're gonna love it, they're gonna stay there. So, you know what I'm saying, if I had to wish for something, it's just for everybody to listen to the music and be able to experience what, you know, my fans are experiencing right now. One thing I can't live without: sex. I'm gonna be straight up with you. Sex. If I can't, no. I don't know how no one can do it. You know, I think Jesus put man and woman on earth for a reason. You know, so definitely. And good sex at that. Yeah. Head, yeah. All of that, man. Fellatio, you know, man. You know, that can go on, you know. Think about writing a book of, you know, my favorite sex positions or something like that. What would it be called? 68. Yeah, 68. My speed limit is 68, because when you get to 69, you gotta turn around. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I would call it. Who would I use? Roxy, Lala, Lauren London. I don't listen to anybody in the background. I'm a different type of nigga. Roxy is my #1, and I'm just gonna be straight up. I would take Roxy over both of them. I'm just gonna be honest. Rihanna goes before all of those, but you know what I'm saying, Roxy is on my list. I'm not a big fan of Megan Good. Lauren London has been ran through. I'm just gonna be for real with you. You know what I'm saying? Lala, Mello got that on lock. You know what I'm saying? I salute Mello. So I would take Roxy, man. I think Roxy, her mouth, you know what I'm saying? The shape of her mouth is so wide that you have no choice but to wonder the things that she can do with it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. You know, some people watch 106 for videos. I watch them for a couple of other reasons. So Roxy would be at the top of that list. My favorite watch probably football, man. You know, it's nothing like an exciting football game. But if I had to play any other sports, it'd probably baseball. I mean, I had scholarships in baseball, but I passed them up. And you know, the runner-up to playing would be NBA. I watch all 3 though. I'm a sports fanatic, so definitely. I had an iPhone, but yeah, I switched to Android, and I ain't went back yet. But you know, I'm an honest Android user. I'm not saying that Android is better than iPhone, but I have to rep for what I got. You know, so I'm team Android right now. I gave up video games a while back. In my high school years. Like, for real, anybody who trying to do something, who trying to, you know what I'm saying, really succeed in what you're doing, man, you gotta dedicate your all to it. And video games is a time-consuming, activity. So, once you get caught up in that, that becomes a job. I was on video games from the time I woke up to the time I went to sleep. So, when you take something so serious, you gotta put other things aside. That's what it was. How can people reach me on my phone? As you can see, it blew me up. Nah, they can reach me on the Twitter at YoungToneWorld. That's YUNGTONE World. Hit me up on the Facebook, same YoungTone World. YouTube, the same YoungTone World. Instagram, YoungTone World. It's a brand. Come to my world, your girl will not come back. That's for real. Don't leave the girl around me. For real. Where can you get the mixtape from? Go to saynomore.com, exclusively only at saynomore.com, SAYNOMO.com. Go there, get the mixtape, download it, love it, play it again, and play it again after that. Yeah. And then play it some more. Other artists that's grinding, that's trying to get in the game, man, is, I think the greatest advice that I can give somebody is how can I word it? Think of how much you want to breathe. Like, think how much you want to live. The same amount, the same passion that you have for living, that's how much you need to put into music. And, like, if you was underwater and somebody was holding you underwater, the only thing you would be thinking about is getting above water. So, like, if you're trying to take this music game serious, the only thing you need to be thinking about is music, and nothing else. Go hard with it, be ambitious, and study whoever you feel like is your favorites, whoever you feel like has gained success, the type of success that you're trying to gain. Study what they did, figure out how they got to where they was, and do what they did 10 times better. That's it. Any shout outs? Yeah, man, shout out to everybody that's been a part of this movement, man. My shout out, it'll be like my Grammy speech is gonna be, I'm gonna need me a composition book for my Grammy speech, because I got a long list of family members, I got a long list of team members. So we gonna wrap it up as far as, I'm not gonna do individual names, but shout out to Team Tonified. Like, if I don't get to shout out anybody else, they deserve the most. You feel what I'm saying? Team Tonified, that's my team, that is my family, that's my organization. They've been holding me down since day one. They do the most for the kid. They go in, they hit these streets, they spread the word on all my music, whatever I need done. So salute to them, man, and salute to DJ Pretty Boy Tank, DJ Fly Guy, all the DJs that's been spinning my records, that been keeping me on this road, keeping me being able to eat, putting money in my pocket. You know what it is, all the radio DJs, all my fans, and whoever else supported this, if you support me, man, I support you. I feel like you support those who support you. So shout out to y'all. My daily pursuit is to be better than I was yesterday.
Come through, okay, yellow bone, come through.